I began a presentation on two dead poets, Housman and Horace. And I thought I had planned it out so that I would come in within my 8 minutes. And it turns out, Father Time is shown typically as a strict old man with a scythe. It's not really true. Father Time is really not a father. Father Time is the nicest lady you can imagine, who comes up the side of the room and says, so that's where I stopped.
So now you have 7 minutes.
Housman, the reason I picked Housman and Horace to go together is that one of Housman's most famous poems is also one of Horace's most famous poems. It's Horace's Ode 7, Book 4, De Fugere Nivis, which Housman translated into a poem of his own. If you look at Horace's version, I don't know anything about Latin meters, but it has an obvious mathematical structure when you look at it on the page. 28 lines divided into 14 couplets. Each line of the couplets, the first line of each couplet is 14 syllables, and the second line is 7 syllables. Housman translates that poem into, again, 28 lines, different mathematical structure this time, 28 lines, 7 quatrains, iambic pentameter, rhymed ABAB. And I have the Michie translation of the Horace Odes, which is what Michie does with this particular one is translated into English, preserving the exact meter of the original. And what I propose to do is read the first 12 lines in Michie's version and finish off the remaining 16 lines in Housman's version. So here's Michie. Snow's gone away. Here's Michie and Horace. Snow's gone away. Green grass comes back to the meadows, and green leaves back to the trees as the earth suffers her springtime change. Now last month's torrents diminished, keep to their channels. The grace dares to unrobe, and the nymphs and her 2 sweet sisters attending ventures a dance in the woods. Yet be warned, each year gone round, each day snatching hour says, limit your hopes, you must die. Frost gives way to the warm west winds. Soon summer shall trample spring and be trodden in turn. Under the march of exuberant fruit-spilling autumn, then back comes winter to numb us again. But oh, whate'er the sky-led seasons mar, moon upon moon rebuilds it with her beams. Come we where Tullus and where Ancus are, and good Aeneas, we are dust and dreams. Torquatus, if the gods in heaven shall add the morrow to the day, what tongue has told? Feast then thy heart, for what thy heart has had, the fingers of no air will ever hold. When thou descendest once the shades among, the stern sighs and equal judgment o'er, not thy long lineage nor thy golden tongue no, nor thy righteousness shall friend thee more. Night holds Hippolytus the pure of stain. Diana steads him nothing, he must stay. And Theseus leaves Pirithous in the chain, the love of comrades cannot take away. When Housman died in 1936, Cyril Connolly, who was then a very important literary critic with a regular column in the New Statesman, published an essay, a sort of an appreciation, in which he said that Housman's reputation as a poet was greatly overstated, that he had only written half a dozen important poems, and that the rest were simply not up to the same standard. And that produced an uproar. Letters to the editor, lots of letters to the editor. How dare Connolly say such things about the memory of this recently deceased great poet? And Connolly wrote a rejoinder. He published a lot of the letters, and he wrote a rejoinder. He said, first of all, I'm a literary critic. I'm entitled to express an opinion. And anyway, what did I say that was so bad? I said that Housman wrote half a dozen important poems. How many people in the whole history of the world have done that? Thank you.